Hola, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a very special session of Metaphysical Bible Study. We're doing it on a Monday. So, those of you that are here, welcome. I know that everybody's going to get an opportunity to check this out. It is Monday, August 30th, 2021. Smokadocious may be making her way, so we might hear her ring in a little later. But Solution and I are here. Hi, Solution. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Good. It's been a very interesting world because it seems like the world is going crazy. Seems like there's just a lot happening, a lot going on, and it's all for a reason. It's just for us to be able to get to the point where we can find ourselves because that's what it's about right now. Today was supposed to be Smokey's turn to read, to open a page, but since she's not here, we're gonna go ahead and open it up. I was gonna go over why I didn't do study yesterday, but it doesn't matter because that was yesterday and it's happening right now. And this is going to be recorded for all of you guys to check it out and use it for this week moving forward. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move forward. I think that Smokey must have gotten busy, and so I got a feeling though she's gonna ring up any minute. I feel it. I do. I feel it. I feel like it's going to happen. And I know this is a little strange just because we're used to being live on Sundays at 8 o'clock for Bible study because this heat wave has been making it really hot during the day. So we changed our time to 8 o'clock on Sunday nights if you want to catch us live for future Bible studies. What we do here on Bible studies is we open up a page of A Metaphysical Interpretation of the Bible by Stephen Hairfield. If you don't have a copy of the book, you can check it out at mastervibration13.com inside of the study group. And since Smokey is not here, it's going to go back to you, Solution. Because if Smokey, and then it's going to go back to you, then me. So, Solution's going to open up a page. Before we open up the page, I just want to ask Most High, the universe, to give us the information that we need moving forward for this week. We are ready for everything that is happening in the world right now, but we just need confirmation to help us get through a lot of the unexpected changes that happen in this world right now. We understand that this is happening for our highest good. We believe that, we know that. And so in everything, we're always looking for the gems that you have to give us through these challenges. Thank you for giving us your energy 24/7. And ache, ache, ache. All right, Solution. You don't need my glasses, do you?
Nope.
Good. Hola, Sadie. I am happy you are here. Hola, Mobina. It's a strange feeling when things change, doesn't it? Isn't it? When things change, when you do something out of order, it feels different. It feels a little weird.
I found page 430.
We're on page 430.
And I guess I'll start with the second paragraph. It says, in Luke 12, verse 16 through 21, we find a parable that appears to be meant for the general public, followed by the deeper explanations later given to the disciples. The ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully, and he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? because I have no room where to bestow my fruits. And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, Soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But God said unto him, Thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided? So is he that layeth up treasure for himself, and is not rich toward God. This parable distinctly recounts the concept of the higher nature of being.
Come on, you guys, it's Smokey. Hey, Smokeadocious!
Hi, I'm sorry I was running late. It's been a late kind of day.
It's okay. I figured that something like that was happening, and I told Solution, I said, I got a feeling she's going to call in any minute. Okay. We are on, so Solution is going to start again. We opened up to page
430.
430.
Okay.
Sadie, can
I'm
you
with
hear
you.
us? That
Yes.
just happened when the phone rang. So, Sadie, let me know if you could still hear us out there.
Okay.
It's been slow and crazy everywhere. It's just an interesting time. It's an interesting time that we're in. What was
Yeah.
it, Smokey?
430.
430.
I'm ready.
Okay.
In Luke chapter 12, verse 16 through 21, we find a parable that appears to be meant for the general public, followed by the deeper explanations later given to the disciples. The ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully, and he thought within himself, saying, What shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruits. And he said, This will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there I will bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, Soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But God said unto him, Thou fool, this night thy shall be required of thee. This night thy soul shall be required of thee. I'm going to read that again. It said, But God said unto him, Thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided? So is he that layeth up treasure for himself and is not rich toward God. This parable distinctly recounts the concepts of the higher nature of being, our acceptance of the nature of spirit, and where our real priority should lie. In a subtle way, it also portrays the tempting of the ego and the thinking process of the material-based mind that manages to convince us that this is all we need to do in life. According to the core of the higher principles, this is not the proper thing, and it is an indication of pure selfishness. Once again, Jesus is talking about the importance we place upon the physical and material aspects. If a person only acknowledges the one, it will lead to the other. He tells us empathetically that this path will do nothing for us in the higher spiritual realm of self or for our true nature as God beings, according to John chapter 10, verse 34, and Psalms chapter 82, verse 6. In fact, it will keep us from attaining that status, for it blinds and binds us only to form. Whatever we choose to work on will buy us nothing at a later time, especially if there is nothing spiritual about what we do.
Mm.
That is his major and very real point. Ironically, in speaking of our mental, emotional, and spiritual treasures, no matter how large a storage facility we may build, it can only hold material goods. Allegorically, that is why we erect such large inner warehouses and spend so much time in doing so. The story shows us where the focus should be placed in our lives, and it is certainly not in our lower nature. It should not be concentrated on the barns we build or what we store in them. It should be on how we are disposed toward the higher purpose and how much room we will allow for it. By the same token, if all our time is invested in physical projects only, how can we have a relationship with our inner being? We simply cannot. Could this be why there is so much fragmentation?
And that's it. Well, that was a good one. I think that all of them always point back to materialism, especially because of what's happening in the world right now. It really is about, the haves and the have-nots, and so many people that don't have anymore. And, how it's affecting the entire world. And then it always goes back to what is the solution to that, is to find your spirituality and find your connection with the Most High, because there's not going to be anything more important than that, not in this world, not in any world. And this world right now is being put in our face to find that. Everybody is being challenged in the same time for the same purpose of finding out who they are. And it's like, and money, I think people are starting to see that now. It's like money is not going to buy you anything that you don't already have inside of you. And a lot of people are looking for those things outside, or thinking Smokey, are you familiar with a young man by the name of Young Pharaoh? Okay. So young Pharaoh is now, it's getting really bad for him. He seems to be having a mental breakdown, and it seemed to have stemmed from his wife leaving him because he wanted to practice polygamy. She does not want to, and I don't know what that did to his mind. I'm at the point too where I kind of feel that it's more than what it looks like, because he had a really strong influence with the young conscious community, with the people like teenagers and young adults, like age 20 to 30, that age group. And
Right.
So he's now suffering this super mental breakdown, and you could see him now. He's making videos where he's talking about how he has to go back to his old neighborhood and he has to stunt on them. He made $2 million last year, and it's almost like the money and the attention that he has made, it has just really, really jacked him up. and jacked him up to where they're calling his house for wellness checks, and it just seems like his come up is being torn down now, and it is his own. He does not have a hold of his own mind. Like, it's almost like his mind has been snatched. Smokey, it's the craziest thing to watch. It's the craziest thing to see. And it just reminds me of the people that are constantly after goods and things that are going to show that they've made it, that they've become successful. And, it's like once you get to a point of having X amount of something, it's a matter of, are you really able to handle it? So I was thinking, is the fortune, $2 million is not a lot of money, but for somebody who has never had that kind of money, that's like everything for them, to be able to do that on your own, of course, with the help of the people and everything, but it becomes, it like takes people over, this materialism, once they have money and they have access to different things, it's like they can't handle it. It's the craziest thing to me. And
it's really pretty amazing because, I don't consider myself, living under the bridge or anything. I'm pretty, taken care of. But at the same time, we see people, these superstars, and they got all these millions and millions and millions. But at the end of the day, they don't have nearly the peace or harmony or balance that people, like us everyday people have. And we think to ourselves, they got everything, and look at how they are, But that's once again what he was referring to. It's materialistic things. It's not spiritual things. It's not, you're not cultivating or putting it within yourself. This wealth of information and knowledge and connectiveness with spirit. So it's like, oh yeah, I got all these beautiful cars and great homes and stuff, but I'm empty. And how many times have you heard people say that I'm still not happy? You're not happy because you don't have it inside your soul and spirit.
That's right. And the illusion is what makes people think that that's what we need. And the illusion is crumbling now. Because people are seeing, it's like, oh yeah, the people that got money, they still ain't happy. So what's really good? And then we have to realize that we got to figure that out for ourselves. Hola to hear. Mubina Soul 7 says, sometimes you need to be stripped of what you identify as giving you value so you can seek your true value, which is internal. That's exactly it.
Yes.
And that's exactly what's happening right now. People are being stripped, and there's so many people that are thinking that, I don't know, that God left them or something. They think that, oh, the world is being punished by God. But God is just simply there waiting for us to say, help me or guide me, but everybody has to do that, and you can't do that with a person outside of you. You have to do that with yourself and God. Sadie says, it's ironic we're talking about this too, because today I was dancing and I was thinking about abundance in 5D currency. Well, look at the confirmation, Sadie. And that's what it is. It's like abundance in 5D currency is a completely different thing than silver and gold and fiat notes. One thing that I was telling Solution the other day, Smokey, was about, I grew up in the hood. And the one thing that I remember and that I realized from being kind of like in the underworld, so to speak, is that, first of all, ain't nobody fooling with us, right? So you have the piece of, there's financial challenges, but my family and the people around me were experts at being able to make something out of nothing, being able to have a good time with each other regardless of the financial circumstances. And when you grow up in those situations, it's like you do learn that money is not everything, because since you don't have it, you gotta make way without it. And so in my family, we definitely learned how to make way without it. And most families do. You have better communications with each other. You're more creative because you have to, you got to make do with what you have, which is pretty much nothing when it comes to your social status in the world, living in a poor community, so to speak. So, but there's other benefits to it. And the thing is, we have to be able to find out what those benefits are. But when you're looking to somebody else to lead you, they're going to tell you, oh no, the benefit is doing it like this and doing it like that and relying on me and I'll tell you what to do. And so that's where we've gotten to, and now we got to bring it back to the basics of really finding out who we are and what value we have to ourselves, so that then we could really find what value we have to offer to the world. But it can't happen without us doing it with ourselves. And that's what all of this is about to me.
Yes.
So, oh yeah, I was saying that you could fly under the radar, because I remember my sister, she had a business. She was the icy lady and also the candy lady. And then my dad made donuts, and me and Nathan used to make donuts. We used to sell donuts. I had no idea what what it was to do like business in a like we are now. Like I hate it. I hate having an LLC. I hate having the government all up in my business and wanting to get money off of something that I work for when they're not doing anything for it. They're not taking any of my losses. They only want the gains. And I'm like, that's not right. And I know that it's not right. And it's just been like, and a lot of people feel that way, because this is why we have cryptocurrency now. This is why we have people that are bartering their services. They're tired of this faulty ass government, commanding and enslaving us like they do. And so, and there's lots of ways to go around things. And like, I get that, but it just shouldn't even be that way. It's like the way that we're taught by the government. If you are going by that standard all the time, it is hard to get away from that. If that is what you feel is the truth and is God and is the end all be all to the world, and
right.
For me, it's just not. It's like, I'd rather continue in my search, and I feel rich. I'm an infinionaire. So, and I'd rather that than have a whole bunch of money and stuff and be in control, be controlled by somebody else. That's crazy. All right. Smokey's going to pull us a card. And Smokey, if you could do your original prayer, because I did I did my own thing and it wasn't the same.
No, it was the best, girl. It was the best. You want me to? I'll do it.
Yes.
But I'm sure it was fine. Are you quiet because you want me to?
Yeah.
Okay. Father, Mother God, we come before you today in this presence of love and energy and of healing. And I am saying this in regards to myself, where miracles have happened. And I really feel at this time that when we come together, we come together collectively to allow these miracles and this wisdom and this guidance to come with us and to show us the way. These times are very challenging, and we all feel, the need to reach out and to feel that security. But we do, Father. We feel it in, through, and around us, and we appreciate the love that you send to us on a daily basis. We ask that as this week goes by and forward into the new month, that you show us the way and that we are open and receptive to that. These things we ask in complete gratitude, knowing that where we are together, you are there essentially always. We say these things together and we know it, and so it is.
And so it is. Okay. And now we're going to have Smokadocious pull a card for us to see.
Okay. All right, so we're going to kind of close our eyes and focus on the topic that you want a reading about. And magically, this reading is going to be what's the word I'm looking for? Be in whatever situation you're in, even if it's a different individual. So we're going to ask our angels and guides and our for assistance. We're going to feel the guidance and know that we are going to receive a wise and benevolent message that will help us on our path.
Mobina says, thank you, Miss Smokey. She's all the way in the UK.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay. So the card that I got was a Aortic feel. Aortic feel.
We definitely never got that one before.
We had that one before?
No, we definitely did not.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Okay. It's time to call in energy protection to shield, clear, and strengthen your aura. You may be picking up the energy that is sticking to your aura and causing you to feel depleted or not like yourself. It is time to call in energy protection and clear at your field and your aura. Your guides and angels are coming around to tell you to make energy hygiene a priority now. Just like you need to take a shower to clean your physical body, you also, wow, this was for me. You also need to clear your chakras and your aura on a regular basis. If you have not been doing this consistently, this could be why you are feeling weak, low energy, and possibly lethargic. You are also being guided to not only clear your aortic, I think I'm saying that right, aortic field, but to shield it as well. There are many ways you can do this, and one of them is by working with your guides and angels. Call on them for assistance as well as learning energy techniques to clear, shield, and protect your aura. Another great way is through physical exercise or yoga. You are also being guided to drink plenty of water at this time. Staying hydrated will help you protect, shield, and clear your energy field. The more sensitive you are, the more important it is for you to do this. Follow this advice, and you will start to feel like yourself again in no time. Wow. And people honestly don't know, I had a crisis with my eyes, and I felt like it was the energy thing. And I work with a lot of people, so I'm really open to a lot of energy, and I'm going to admit to everyone that, I don't always follow through, but reading this, and then I read something else this morning that basically told me the same thing about, shielding yourself from evil and stuff, and we take that for granted. And I know that energy is real, but I kind of say, "Oh, it's okay." But I'm out there. I'm out there. I'm exposed, and I'm putting myself in a position where that attack can happen. So this card, ooh, this said a lot. This said a lot, and I'm on it. I'm really on it. So yeah.
I received that message as well. I know that we talk about it here all the time, keeping your energy clear, saying a prayer before you go out the house, washing it off before you walk into your door. All of those things that we can't see are affecting us tremendously. And so the only way to protect yourself is to have your energetic field, just like I thought that was a perfect card. Just like when you take a shower, that was excellent. Because it's the very same thing. And it's so fast. Energy moves at lightning speed. It happens in a second, in an instant. Something can happen. Something can change and shift. And it's happening all the time. And so we have to continue to be accountable to ourselves by making sure that we're clean, that we get rid of this debris. Orgone energy batteries are excellent for that. Orgone tools, crystals, stones, metals, the sun, the moon, all of those things, the earth, trees. We have all of the tools available to us so that we could do the work. But we have to, there was something that you said, Smokey, and it was that, you admit that sometimes you don't do it. See, people think, and sometimes I take it for granted too. It's like we know this information, and so sometimes we forget, or sometimes it's like, but I'm good, but it's like, no, we have to do the rituals, and we have to stay consistent in what our practice is, because it's something that has to continuously happen. And I think that what happens in the world too, people like the idea of spirituality, and then they're like, okay, well, I'll do a meditation here or there, and then that's it, and it's like the thing about it is that it's 24/7. It's every day. It's constant and consistent. It's the only way that it works. So those ideas of just putting, an intention once a week on Sunday, that's not working. It never has worked, and so now we know we have to do this every single day. You come into energy that it doesn't feel right. Well, you better do something about it. Don't just say, oh, that didn't feel right, or that person, whatever. As soon as you got that feeling, well, talk to God, say a prayer, ask your angels, get that energy off you, get it away, because you're the commander. Yep. So you have to, just because you believe in the Most High and you know that you're protected and that you're, it doesn't mean that you could just not say anything and expect that things are going to happen. You have to command it and align yourself with it, because it's almost like God is standing by saying, well, what do you want? I'm going to go in the direction where your energy is pulling. And so you have to make sure that your energy is pulling in the right way so that you can get that power behind you. Solution?
Yeah.
Sounds like you guys covered. I can understand the whole, it's interesting talking about purifying and detoxifying at this time, because, I assume I know here on the West Coast in California, we are definitely experiencing a lot of toxicity throughout the world, just with fires and not even, spiritual warfare, but, just nature is definitely being challenged in that regard, and what we're breathing in and what we're existing in definitely needs to be washed off, cleansed, and acknowledged.
And could I just say that it's funny, because when you were saying that, it is a realization that I think that we do have to come to terms with it, and it's that the entire planet is being attacked. They're trying to kill us. They're literally, physically killing us. They are succeeding, and they're using all of their powers, which is a lot of energetic power that they're using. Mind control is what they're using. Signals is what they're using. So this is all an energy-based war that is happening, and we have the proper guns. We have the proper ammunition to go against it without even really going against it, because I don't even want to. You already know what it is. When we go against something, we make more of it. But it's more of, we have what we need so that we don't have to go into that direction at all. And it all begins with us. It begins with us. It ends with us. And so we have to maintain that. So I hope that today was a good session for you guys. I know that it definitely was for me. I will have the card posted in the chat room so that you guys could check that out. It's kind of surreal as I'm ending this. I'm like, time is going by so fast. And, it really is surreal, because what's happening in the world, this is just where we are. So I know that if you guys give your energy and your attention to yourself and to your rituals and to God, to the Most High, you're going to have the solution every single time. It's not going to get any easier. It's getting actually crazier by the second. It really, truly is. And that just means that we're called more to be stronger in our rituals, stay with what we know, and follow that inspiration and the intuition that comes from the Most High through us. So that's really important. And I hope that this is a good flowing week for you. We're going to be live again on Wednesday. And Wednesday, I still don't know what we're going to be talking about yet. You guys already know that we've been working on practicing this spiritual practice every single day, every moment of the day. So I'm sure it's going to be more of that. So with that, we're going to wrap it up and let you guys go on and continue with your magical Monday, Music Monday. Listen to some good songs. Smokadocious, do you want to take us out?
Absolutely. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God entfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God is with us. Where we are, God is. And so it is.
And so it is. Adios, everyone.